Again, thank you very much, and I hope that it's going to be really practical examples that I can share from a smart connectivity perspective. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really happy and I'm really honored to be here today in Tallinn and talk about smart connectivity in the cloud. The 3Cs initiative countries have set out the smart connectivity vision for the region already, and it envisions that in the near future, the 3Cs region will become the global hotspot for smart mobility and energy innovation. It will develop and sell solutions not only into the member states, but it aims really to go very global on that one. And because the region has less legacy to focus on, it creates an advantage to leapfrog and to lead with future-proven smart infrastructure and solutions. Now, you can ask in that context, what role can cloud play in this scenario? As you consider how to expand digital components across key infrastructure to support new business models and technologies, such as real-time economy management, a renewable-friendly smart grid, smart logistics, traffic management, cloud can speed up the transformation and let you focus fully on innovation. What's the best proof points for us? The best proof points are how customers are using cloud. And I will focus on those customer cases from energy as well as from transport. But before we dive in, let me get to the point is why are customers moving to the cloud? And there are 5 reasons for that. It's first of all, almost all conversations that we have start with cost, because companies like turning capital expenses into variable expenses, and they like lower variable expenses in the cloud than what they can run themselves. And cloud helps them to offload capital expense into variable and make them pay for the IT that they are really consuming as they go. And that brings me to the second point, which is elasticity. Customers typically, when you go on-premise, customers need to over-provision because they need to be ready and they need to be able to deploy even if they are in the full load, in the full activity. And nowadays, with cloud, they can only provision the part that they are using because they know that they can instantly scale up or down along with the needs of the business. That comes to point 3, which is agility. Now, when you look at cloud lets customers quickly spin up resources as they need them, and that means you can deploy hundreds, you can deploy even thousands of servers in just a minute. And that means, and we have seen that in conversation here with customers, that this also very much helped going through the pandemic time where they really could spin up those resources and be able to serve their citizens on the fly in the time of the pandemic. And that means also that customers can more quickly develop and roll out applications, and it means that teams can experiment and innovate quicker and more frequently. With that agility and in a global network, as we, for example, provide that, you can then also go along a global infrastructure. And that's quite important when you think about startups, when you think the aim of selling solutions globally, you can test those capabilities by rolling that out pretty quickly into a global network. 5th reason, cloud allows customers to innovate faster because you take your resources, valuable resources, and you focus them on the development and of the differentiating applications that are transforming your business, that are transforming the customer experience, and not on the undifferentiated heavy lifting of managing infrastructure and data centers. So the 3Cs vision paper lines it out. Smart connectivity is a push to link the energy and the transport infrastructure with digital platforms, and that cloud can be one of those, and services that allowed for the best management of linked infrastructure. And this approach creates the opportunity to share data, to reuse data and components, to build insights, and to help drive business towards a greener and renewable future. So digitization using data, creating smart devices, that is all together linked. And because this linkage, which is which for us starts and is the IoT, connecting the physical world with the internet, is already widely used with our customers. And I would like to share a couple of examples of what customers are doing with IoT and are doing in the cloud. Now, first of all, sharing a pretty advanced example that we have is when you share data on the cloud, you make it available to large growing communities of developers, startups, enterprises. You can even go around the world to use the entire, the power and the capacity of that innovation hub. One of the most progressive examples that we have in that is on open data, can be found in the UK, and that is with Transport for London. And Transport for London manages the UK capital integrated transport network. So by embracing anonymized open data through AWS, an ecosystem of some around 6,000 third-party digital developers has been spawned, each creating new travel services for Londoners. And that goes across hundreds of mobile applications, from getting real-time traffic information to finding charging stations for zero-emission capable vehicles in the city. The Transport for London estimated in a result, a saving of about £130 million a year. Now, looking over the ocean, in the New York City Department of Transportation has initiated and introduced Vision Zero. And Vision Zero is a movement towards achieving zero traffic fatalities or serious injuries in the street. To support that initiative, the Department of Transport has built different web applications in the AWS cloud, and they are using crowdsourcing that to collect traffic safety data, which is used to redesign streets and traffic patterns to help reduce traffic fatalities. And the app shows the data back to 2009, which is alerting people of the fatalities that has happened in certain areas and make them pay more attention when they are in certain areas. So I think open data, having crowdsourcing is important, opening that on the platforms, make the innovation part really, really easy. And we see the same thing also in the energy sector. Two examples there is Engie, which is a French multinational utility company. They have decided to accelerate their digital transformation, and they wanted to become a data-driven company. And you can even accelerate that beyond talking about one company. So first of all, they have, as a first step, built an enterprise data repository to align its customers and business units around the same solution. And this common data hub helped them to ingest, store, share, and consume data sets through a unified platform and highly secured environment, ultimately enabling the company to increase productivity, to make better energy production predictions, which is going into the direction of sustainability, as we already discussed, and bring new scenarios and services to customers. And as the last one, Tibber is a company from Norway. They are funded in 2016, and they are one of the world's first digital energy companies. They are offering their customers a modern smartphone app-controlled and IoT-based way to really have an idea and capture the insights to home electricity consumption across all devices. Their overarching goal is reducing electricity consumption of 10 million European homes by an average of 20% by 2025, and they are really on a very good way there. So that is also setting aggressive goals in that sense, aggressive in a positive mood, is now really this idea has taken off, and they are now serving households in Norway, Sweden, and Germany, and they are on the way to achieve the savings. So I hope this gives a more concrete idea of the opportunities that exist in the cloud for smart connectivity. And cloud reduces IT costs, accelerates innovation, supports collaboration, and builds communities of innovation, just to name a few of the contribution factors. There is also the aspect of greener energy, and also as a focus of the 3Cs initiative. Cloud can play a big role too, and I just want to mention it here because cloud is inherently more environmentally friendly, as customers only use what they really need. They only consume the part they are using. They don't need to over provision. So cloud plays a big role, and I think we can deep dive and we can discuss more in that areas. But for that part, I thank you for your attention, and thank you very much.